What's good, YouTube? Dmgaming here, guys. I'm finally off of work, finally out of football practice, finally at home, and I'm glad. I didn't even have time to post a video this morning, y'all, but I'm glad that I didn't because I got word in my inbox that hey, IGN is supposed to be talking about the game. I click on the live stream and they're actually talking about it. I had to go back and listen to it. Y'all, y'all. I'm not trying to upset anybody when I say this, but I told y'all. I told y'all about this game, man. Let the trailer run. Let's let the trailer run and we'll talk about it. But I'm good. Y'all know I'm gonna have to do more videos breaking down some of the major stuff that was seen. So I'm gonna just use this as more of my reaction to everything in a sense, even though I've already seen it. I'm not showing gameplay because when I try to run the gameplay, it lags out, and we may get some lag here, but please just bear with me, guys. This is dope. What I think they're gonna do with Majin Buu, whenever they show, because they showed the Cell Saga kind of like a Goku Gohan thing. I think Majin Buu is gonna be more of like a Vegeta, a Goku Vegeta kind of thing, kind of like how Goku affected Vegeta to where he changed to where he's more of a good guy who's willing to sacrifice his life for his family. I think that's the route they're going to go whenever they show the Majin Buu trailer. Because with this one, like I said, they're showing more of how Goku and Gohan's relationship is. How Goku at the beginning, it led to this with Gohan. And I think in Majin Buu, it's going to be the same way, but with Goku and Vegeta. How, Vegeta and Goku meeting leads up to that. Mark my words, guys. Mark my words. That's how it's going to be. But first of all, presentation. The cinematics are on point. CyberConnect 2 does an unparalleled job at making you feel the action. Now, we live in an era where games tend to really, really amp up the trailers to make the games seem better than they are. So, guys, I know some people are seeing this and they're like, well, I want to see how it plays. I want to see how it all comes together. Trust me when I tell you that with CyberConnect 2, what you see is what you get. The trailer is the gameplay will more likely be even better than the trailer. The reason why is because you're going to be actually controlling the characters and everything that they do. And so you're going to be, that immersion level is going to be a whole lot better, a whole lot more detailed. You're going to be really, really involved in the game. So what you see is what you get. You're going to get that same level. They don't clickbait, as I like to say. Gameplay mechanics. Few things were confirmed. Okay, so the mini game, of course, we've seen that. Now, one thing I will say about that is they said after you get your driver's license, you'll be able to drive anytime in the game. Of course, when there's cars, you're not going to be able to go drive on Namek. Now, one thing they asked in the interview was, will you be able to teleport? They asked that because remember we said that maybe once Goku learns instant transmission, you can do that as quick travel. They said you won't. Right now, they don't have that mechanic in the game, but they did say on certain places like Snake Way and King Kai's planet, there are instances where, of course, you have to teleport or something like that, they said. But you do get to drive the car after you complete the mission to get the driver's license. So if you want to use the car, you have to complete that mission. Now, being Super Saiyan in the open world, that's another big thing that people asked about. They didn't ask about that in the interview. However, when you're watching the gameplay trailer, you see Goku driving the car as a Super Saiyan. And I know some people see that and say, oh, we can go Super Saiyan in the open world. You have to remember this. At the moment that Goku is driving that car, that's the point in the game and in the anime where Goku and Gohan are walking around as Super Saiyans in everyday life. And I told that to somebody on Twitter. He was asking me about that as well, and I told him. So don't think that when you see that means you'll be able to just turn Super Saiyan in the open world. That part of the story in particular is just where Goku and Gohan are already Super Saiyan in their everyday journey. Now, I will say this, because we know that the developers do try to put Easter eggs out there for us. It could be possible. It could be possible that you are able to just transform into Super Saiyan in the open world. Now, at the same time, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think they will do that simply because it's not necessary. Like, what's the point of doing that? You know, only point of doing that is it would be purely fan service to give you the ability, more depth and control, possibly make you fly faster or something like that. If they put it in the game, that would be pretty cool. I hope they do, but I personally don't see them making it in the game where you could just transform. Though it is possible, I could be wrong. Because you are able to shoot key blasts and stuff like that, like in the open world, like when you see him gathering those ores and stuff, and then hunting dinosaurs and stuff like that. So it is possible that you'll be able to go Super Saiyan and it makes you stronger and stuff like that. So maybe it will be. Maybe them putting Goku in the car kind of signifies that, hey, you know, there's something here. It could just be showing people what they already told us and that you can drive the cars anytime. But it could also be showing that, hey, maybe we can be Super Saiyan anytime as well. Okay. Transformations. Right there, you can see transformations at the bottom. I took a picture on Twitter and shared it as well. So follow me on Twitter. While we're doing that, I'll give that whole spiel. Share the video, guys, please. A lot of people are showing gameplay videos, but this is discussion. It's a lot different. Also, follow me on all these social media platforms. And help me to reach 9,000 subscribers by, of course, clicking the subscribe button and turning on bell icon notifications. So, transformations, that we were right about that. And that's pretty cool to be right about stuff. That transformations is its own separate thing. And that's really cool and good because unlike Xenoverse, Xenoverse 2 is a little bit different because they have a slot specially set up for transformation. But it does say transformations in plural. So when we get to the point in the game where they have multiple transformations, we'll more than likely be able to use multiple transformations. Like I said, what I think what'll happen is when you hold those two buttons down, it'll bring up the same menu like it does for your special attacks, but you'll have different lists of transformations like Kaioken, Super Saiyan 1, 2, and possibly 3 as well. I hope it works that way. We see them playing as Super Saiyan. I don't see anything different. I'm going to go back and really, really watch the gameplay because it's difficult because Gohan is fighting as Super Saiyan the whole time. So I don't know if his attacks cost him more stamina and ki. It is possible because there were several times where Gohan just seemed to be completely out of ki and he had to continually charge it, albeit he was able to charge it really fast. Now, that's another thing that I wonder because another difference between Super Saiyan 1 and 2 is that you're able to generate ki at an extremely faster amount. So maybe, you know, the higher up you go, you're able to charge ki a lot faster as well. But it doesn't run off of the surge meter. That confirms it. So that's good. It could just be a story thing, like you can't get knocked out of Super Saiyan because when Gohan fought Cell, he was Super Saiyan. But it's that. So as far as any power-ups, I don't know what power-ups it brings yet. They haven't talked about that either. Hyperbolic Time Chamber. It's in the game, guys. Goku and Gohan training Hyperbolic Time Chamber, which isn't a surprise to me because the moment that I saw or heard that they was putting the Piccolo Goku mini game in the game, I knew right then that this game was literally, that was my confirmation on what we believed earlier, that this game is literally going to follow every single episode of the anime. You're literally living out everything. And they did ask him about that. He said the anime is like hundreds of hours of watch time. And he said, would the gameplay be the same? And he didn't just come out and say, yeah. What he said was basically, I mean, if you do everything there is to do in the game, all the side quests and stuff like that, then you could play for a long time. But if you're just going through trying to fight all the bosses, like, it's really up to you. Like, you know, if you just fly through, make it linear, then yeah, it could be a short game per se. But if you do everything that's available to do in the game, it's going to be a lengthy game. It's going to be a lengthy game. Because, guys, there's just so much to do. Y'all do not know the level of stuff there is to do in this game. as far as side quests and missions and training and eating and stuff like that. Another thing they asked was about the eating. They said, does Goku get hungry? Like, is there points where you just have to eat? And the answer to the question was no. Goku doesn't like get hungry in the game. However, eating is a way to level up. You have eating that will give you major upgrades and permanent upgrades to your stats, and you have eating that will give you temporary boost. And those are the types that you want to do before boss fights, because they only last like 10 minutes and stuff like that. So that's confirmed, which we knew that also. We talked about that, did a video on that as well. And I know I'm missing something, guys, so please forgive me. But I want to try to cover everything that I could from our initial reaction before we go forward with more of the breakdowns of the stuff that we saw. Beam struggles. Yes, beam struggles are in the game, confirmed. And I missed it at first because one video doesn't show it. There's a video out there of the gameplay that actually shows the beam struggle. And you have to tap one button. You have to tap. There was a square button that was on the screen. And that's all you have to tap. And it's cool because beam struggles are in the game. You can actually do them in the middle of your fights. That is awesome to know. That is awesome to see. Like, literally, guys, they have thought of everything for this game. And my biggest question is, for those of y'all who said this was the same old story, how do you feel now? And not in a bad way. I mean, legit, like, do you still feel that way, that you're not interested in the game because it's the same old story? Or do you feel like now, hey, this is a game that I want to play? Because my honest opinion is that you are going to want to play this game. Like, I don't see how you could be a Dragon Ball Z fan and not want to get your hands on this game. I've heard a lot of people changing their minds about it, saying, okay, now, yeah, this game has this. Oh, it's going to the Buu Saga. Now I'll buy it. You know, or now it's in depth. Oh, it has this. I'm going to buy it. This will be the highest selling Dragon Ball game ever. Ever. This can't even be compared to Legacy of Goku no more. As far as how the game is with the story, possibly, but no, not anymore, because you have original characters in this game. And the level of depth in this game. Like, people are asking, are we going to be able to explore Snake Way? Yes. Yes, you will be able to run Snake Way. You're going to be able to explore King Kai's planet. You even have to make him laugh in order for him to train you. And also, people are asking, is the other world going to be in the game? Guys, if they have Gohan running away and you have to find him as a kid, if they have the driver's license thing, it is a very, very, very good bet that the other world is going to be playable in the game as well. This is awesome. This is utterly awesome. This is beautiful. This is epic. We've never seen anything like this, guys. This is game of the year, and probably won't win game of the year. I don't know. It depends on how many copies it sells. I think Cyberpunk 2 will be the game that everybody raves about. But guys, this game, man. Even this part here, like, you could just feel everything that's going on, dude. I'm hyped for it. They didn't even show Trunks versus Frieza yet, man. Slicing up Frieza with Trunks. Dude, this game. Come on, y'all. They did ask him about the release date, and they couldn't give that information at this time. But he did say something interesting. He said they're shooting for early 2020. So, guys, there is a possibility that this game could be delayed even further. But at this point, I'm going to be honest, I don't even care, because everything that this game is offering us, guys, oh my God. They also was asked about the Buu Saga, which he said they can't confirm anything at this time. They can't say anything. But guys, we already know Buu is going to be in the game. It's not going to be DLC. All right. Gamescom is still going on, so they could still show some stuff. They have a couple other expos at the end of the year that they could show some stuff as well. I know it's something I'm forgetting to mention, and I apologize. This is just my reaction. Y'all know I don't have a script that I go off of or anything like that. But for sure, we'll cover everything in a later video. There's a lot of stuff to break down one-on-one. This is just my initial reaction to everything, including the gameplay. I'm going to try to break down stuff from the gameplay as well, which looks really cool because there's a lot of game mechanics involved, guys. So, like, difficulty setting, that's another thing. As far as difficulty goes, difficulty is kind of in your hands. So you'll be able to, like they said in the interview, that you can play through the game without leveling up in a sense, because when you get experience, you're gonna level up. But you know what I'm saying. But like say against Raditz is always gonna be level 6. He's always all the bosses are gonna have a set level, okay? So what happens is you pretty much set your own difficulty, which is something that we talked about, guys. We talked about that. Remember, I told y'all that I think the difficulty is going to be adaptive to where, you know, if you want a tougher game, then you just level up and get stronger. And that's exactly what happens in the game. If you want an easier fight, all you have to do is level up higher than the boss. If you want a harder fight, then you just don't level up or you drop your level. Because I think they'll have a mechanic in the game to where you can drop your level. Because they did say something about making your level go up or down or something, which will be really, really cool because it'll be similar to raising and lowering your power level. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be really dope if they put that mechanic in the game to where you can raise and lower your level at will. But they did say you'll be able to get as strong as you want. So you can eat, fight, and train to raise. You can be level 20 and fight Raditz if you wanted to. Which is really cool because that way for the hardcore players who want a challenge, you just create your own challenge. You know, as far as leveling up your skills and stuff like that, it's kind of from what I read, it seems like they're separate. Like you'll be able to level up. Your skills don't level up as you level up. You have to manually level them up and stuff like that. So you'll still be able to get Super Saiyan and learn new attacks and stuff like that and still be a low level if you want more of a challenge in the game. But if you want to dominate, hey, you can do that too. But it won't be very simple as you think because the boss fights have mechanics in them that automatically put you at a disadvantage. You saw the Cell fight against Gohan in the gameplay whenever Cell was fighting Gohan and he split into multiple and shot the beams and stuff like that. It's just every boss has their own mechanics. And it's very, very interesting to see what those mechanics are for each boss fight. So take all of that and run with it, man. Just guys, this game is going to be legit awesome. So I've been talking too long. I'll be talking for 30 minutes if I continue. But this is just my reaction and the stuff that's coming to my mind. So just looking at it, I'm going to let the trailer play through here. And we'll get out of here, man. Just, gosh, go watch the gameplay. You have to go watch the gameplay. And we'll talk about that in a later video. Because Gohan has some attacks that I really want to talk about. That's really, really cool in this game. And you see the beam struggles and stuff like that. A lot of the fight taking place in the air. I don't see a lot of fighting on the ground, but I don't really care. Some people will, some people won't. It is what it is. But the cutscenes in this game are just breathtaking, guys. Breathtaking. I've told you, you've heard Kenzaru, if you follow him on Twitter, he said the same thing that I've been saying as well, that, guys, this game is just like none other. The depth of this game is unreal. And it's true that this game is playing just like that. But guys, that's all I have for right now. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We are going to be doing breakdowns. Expect those coming up. So till next time, y'all, thanks for watching and peace.